Howdy, Fantastic Four fans, it's me, of course, Mr. Fantastic from the Fantastic Four, Mr. Reed Richards. Now, I'm in the area looking for a missing lab technician. I don't know if you've seen him. Oh, God, there he is. What did they do to your hands? No! Hola, amigos, it's Will here from Will's Custom Figures, coming at you today with a big bad breakdown of my very own custom Molecule Man, aka Owen Reese. So first, guys, please sit back and relax while I talk you through everything to do with this figure and all the little details in between. So for anybody that doesn't know, I'm just going to give you a very quick overview of who he is. He was created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, and his first appearance was with actually a member of the Fantastic Four, the gentleman, Mr. Reed Richards, you saw at the start of this video, Fantastic Four number 20. And he's a villain. He's a bit of a reluctant hero at times. And he has nigh omnipotence and wand proficiency. This guy is a unit. He's dangerous. He's scary. And you know what? His Marvel Legends reveal, let's really be honest here. Marvel Legends, you know, I love you guys. It's what I collect. But it wasn't very good. It was a little bit boring. So what I wanted to do is just bring the Thing here, of course, another member of the Fantastic Four. And here is Reed Richards, just so you can have a look how he looks with a couple of baddies and a couple of goodies all hanging out together in the same place. Now, this is the Molecule Man that I wanted in my Marvel Legends collection, but unfortunately it's not what we got by Marvel. So let me just move these two guys out of the way. I'm going to bring in a couple of baddies because, of course, that's what everyone wants to see. That's what I would want to see if I was doing this video. I'm going to bring in a little bit of High Evolutionary, little custom High Evolutionary there, all hand painted. I'm going to bring in a little bit of a Super Scroll, another nice little custom bad guy. Hopefully you guys like it. Now, I spent a lot of time on some of these paint jobs, and I've got to admit, Molecule Man was probably one of the easiest that I've ever done. So the reason I wanted to do it was the face. You've probably seen, if you clicked on this video, it looks so boring. Oh man, he just wasn't interested. He looks genuinely like a lab technician, like the actual real life guy and the history of the character comes from. And that isn't what I wanted on my collection for a Molecule Man. Really, really underwhelming there, Hasbro. Now, if you're going to be doing faces like that, neutral faces, you need to be doing them with a second head. You can't be just putting one head in there and expecting people to be satisfied with a really average figure, let's be honest. Now, here is, of course, the Doctor of Doom, and I'm going to bring him in with my nice little custom. Oh yeah, there he is. Nice little custom Red Skull using a WWE, I think it was a Dean Ambrose or a Shield Roman Reigns, one of those sort of bodies. This is way before I really cared about articulation. It's done on a basic body, so there isn't much articulation to that Red Skull, but I'm loving all the details. I wanted him to look traditional, I wanted him to look classic, and as you can see, next to a Doctor Doom, he looks really cool. But I'm going to bring in someone else now, and I'll talk you through the reason why. You might see a little bit of similarity between Bullseye and Molecule Man. All right, school photo time, guys. Oh, no. No smiles there, man. That's just evil snarling. So you can see there was a definite similarity there. So what I did was I actually used my silicone molds. I took a cast of the Bullseye head. I loved the face there, and I could imagine it with hair. I could imagine it, like, the expression is just so evil. It's just so diabolical. It's just so villainous. I just had to, let's just zoom that in. I had to get that face on my Molecule Man somehow. So after it was silicone molded, it's then a case of making a resin duplicate of it. Now let me just pull Molecule Man in here. Once I got the resin duplicate, I then used clay to add in all the little details. So I filled in the gap in between his teeth. I filled in the forehead, where of course he has the bullseye etched into his head by the Punisher, I believe it was, wasn't it? And I then used Procreate putty, and it was very, very tiresome, very, very laboursome, but I used Procreate putty to make all of that hair. And it took a very long time. So I wanted it to look like he was shooting someone with his powers, you know, boom! And I thought about putting eyeballs in, and I just did them white. I didn't want to have the iris and everything else in there because I just wanted him to look like he was maybe Omega level, like he just used his nuclear powers and his crazy control of all matter. You know, this guy's a lab technician. He gets caught in a nuclear power plant, and he accidentally gets has his DNA and the molecules of his body all change because of a particle generator. And of course, it's the classic. It's the classic storyline. It's radiation. And radiation in our real life, Earth, planet Earth, where we live now, kills everyone. But in the superhero 616 sort of world that all of our favorite superheroes live in, it allows them to control matter and become crazy powerful. So I wanted to make sure that the face looked intense. It looked scary. It looked crazy. And I think I've achieved that. Of course, all of this hair, for anybody that doesn't know, Procreate Putty is something that moves. I'm not going to over move it, but you can pull this head on and off. And yeah, you can move it around and things like that. I don't want to move it too much. Obviously, with any custom, you don't want to damage all the hard work and effort you've gone into. But no worry about it cracking like you would if it was just standard clay. And here we go, I'm back with you for the final segment of this video. So, as you can see, guys, from the comparisons, from all the details and everything that went into it, I really wanted to try and bring this figure to life. Now, another thing that I absolutely hated about this figure, and I can't tell you the level of hatred for it. I didn't buy this. I didn't get the original wave. It took me months and months and months of debating whether or not I would get it or not. And it's not because I'm tight-fisted. It's just because I didn't want to get a really substandard figure. I wanted to make sure that the paint job was absolutely bang on. So I've used Citadel KSF Flesh tone for the face. I've also used a lot of whites to whiten it down and make sure it matches with the neck and with the hands of the figure. I'm going to leave the power effects on, but yeah, as you can see, it's matched pretty good. I've hand painted the eyes, hand painted all the details of the mouth. I've even hand painted, I don't know if you can see, in between every single tooth. Let me just try and, there we go. I've painted his tongue. I've used a nice little varnish gloss there as well. And also, God, those symbols on the face. I'd finished it and I forgot about the symbol all over the face, like the electrocution, lightning sort of effects coming from the outside in. And that really does help to finish the figure off, in my opinion. But one of the things that jumped out to me the most was the outfit. Like, he's got these big shoulder pads and they're like glossy varnish. What are you thinking, Hasbro? They look like plastic. Same as the belt buckle, it looks like plastic. I want these to look like power effects. They do look like power effects. There's a little bit of a plasticiness to them, a little bit of see-throughness to them. But you want that from a power effect. You don't want that from somebody who's meant to be wearing like a material outfit. And there's no indication from all of the artwork that any of his outfit was made of plastic, at least not to my knowledge. So that was a really important thing for me. I wanted to make sure I painted over it with some nice purples and give it a nice matte look. Now, my final reflections with this figure, man, do you know what? This guy is, you know, the reason I brought Dr. Doom on is because he was first seen in the Secret Wars. Let's have a look. He was seen in the Fantastic Four video, the Fantastic Four comic books originally, and then he went on to be in the Secret Wars with Doctor Doom. He's had a rivalry with pretty much everyone over the years, and he's also been in the Dark Avengers, and there's been so many cool things. The Beyonder, that's also a character that is specifically linked with Molecule Man. So there's lots of custom ideas and custom potential here from creating him and adding him into the collection. But one reason for me that jumps out more than anything of the reason why I wanted the Molecule Man looking as he is because, do you know what? I've got to try and do a little bit of justice to a figure that is substandard. And this is an easy, maybe 2.5 hour custom that I was able to finish off, and I'm able to add to the collection and feel really proud of that he's now there. So final reflections, I give him about an 8 out of 10. I'd like to maybe add in a few more details, maybe have alternate heads and those kind of things, maybe customized a little bit more painting and so forth. But I don't think as a customizer you get ever 100% satisfied. And what is next, guys? Well, hopefully if you've watched this video for 9 minutes now, you've put up with all the shaky camera bits and the transitions and, you know, me rambling on, you're ready for this, okay? Mephisto. With all of the releases coming out in the last couple of weeks, you know, you've got Man-Thing from Werewolf by Night. You've got the Stranger Times wave coming out. God, that looks so good. Is it Blackheart and all these other characters in there? Dracula. I had to get Mephisto finished. So I'll be doing a Mephisto reveal probably in the next week or two. Stay tuned. If you've liked this video, please follow me on Facebook, Instagram, or here on YouTube. And from me, and of course, from a nice, simple, kind lab technician, aka Owen Reese Molecule Man. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will see you on the next one. Adios.